Here's a financial reality check that might shake you to your core. Most Americans approaching 65 have no clue what their actual Social Security payment will be, and when they find out, it's often a devastating wake-up call. Let me be brutally honest with you up front. If you're banking on Social Security to fund your golden years comfortably, you're setting yourself up for a rude awakening. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite this harsh truth, Social Security remains absolutely critical for millions of Americans' survival. Consider this mind-blowing statistic. Social Security has now celebrated its 90th birthday, and during this time, it has single-handedly pulled approximately 22 million individuals out of poverty, according to data from the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities. Even more striking? A recent 2025 Nationwide Retirement Institute survey revealed that a staggering 56% of respondents admitted they simply couldn't survive financially if they lost even half of their Social Security payment. Think about that for a moment. More than half of Americans are hanging by a thread financially. So what exactly are we talking about when we discuss these life-sustaining benefits? Here's the number that might surprise you. As of July, the overall average monthly Social Security payment for retirees stood at $2,007. When you do the math, that translates to roughly $24,000 annually. Hardly what most people would consider a comfortable retirement income. But here's where things get even more interesting, and this is the part most people completely miss. These figures represent broad averages across all retirees, which means your actual benefit at age 65 could vary significantly based on your earning history, when you choose to claim benefits, and various other factors that most people don't fully understand. To get a realistic picture of your personal situation, you absolutely must create a My Social Security account directly with the Social Security Administration. This isn't optional if you're serious about retirement planning. It's essential. This tool will give you personalized projections based on your actual work history and earnings record. Now, here's where the conversation takes a controversial turn that financial advisors don't always want to discuss openly. While Social Security has functioned remarkably well for nearly a century, the program is heading toward what many experts consider a potential crisis. The mathematics are unavoidable. People are living longer than previous generations, while simultaneously choosing to retire earlier than ever before. This demographic shift is creating unprecedented pressure on the system. Here's the uncomfortable truth that politicians often dance around. If Congress fails to take corrective action, and there are multiple viable solutions available, current projections suggest that within the next decade, all Social Security beneficiaries could face benefit reductions of up to 23%. Let that sink in for a moment. Nearly a quarter of your expected benefits could simply vanish. But here's where it gets even more controversial, and this is something that's sparking heated debates across the political spectrum. Recent policy proposals, including what some refer to as the Trump administration's Big Beautiful Bill, are projected by various analysts to potentially accelerate the depletion of Social Security's trust funds. This has become a lightning rod for political arguments, with experts on different sides presenting vastly different interpretations of the potential impact. So what's the bottom line here? You should absolutely count on receiving some form of Social Security income during your retirement years. The program isn't going to disappear entirely. However, and this is crucial, you'd be making a potentially catastrophic mistake if you assume these benefits will provide anything close to a comfortable standard of living. The harsh reality is this: Social Security was never designed to be anyone's primary source of retirement income. It was intended as a safety net, not a luxury cruise funding mechanism. If you want to maintain your current lifestyle in retirement, you need to be aggressively building additional income streams right now. This means maximizing your 401k contributions, exploring IRA options, considering real estate investments, building a diversified investment portfolio, or even developing passive income streams through business ventures. The key is diversification and not putting all your retirement eggs in the Social Security basket. Here's my controversial question for you. Given these realities, should Americans be required to contribute more to Social Security to maintain current benefit levels? Or should we accept reduced benefits and take more personal responsibility for our retirement security? And here's an even more provocative thought. Are we setting up younger generations for failure by not addressing these issues more aggressively right now? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think the current Social Security system is sustainable in its present form? Are you comfortable with the idea of potentially reduced benefits, or do you believe we should be exploring more dramatic reforms? Should people be required to save more independently, or should the government guarantee more robust retirement benefits? Share your perspective, because this debate affects every single one of us, and the decisions we make today will determine the financial security of millions of Americans for decades to come.